Ooh. Oh, we're back. We're back. Oh, we're back. Yo, what up? Live now on YouTube. Apex accounts. Giveaways. All right. Wow. I didn't know that there was college football on at the same time. I got sports wagers that I gotta clock into. Time to post this everywhere. Bum bum bum. Okay. Post, comment, blah 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 blah. Live at everyone. Here. Okay. Yes, offside defense. Go here. Live now. Boom. Paste. Okay. How is everybody doing today? How is everybody doing? What is cooking? Go! Bang. Live now. Anybody take any trades today? Any trades taken today or what? You guys were active? Oh, shit. What up? What up? Santa rally could be in full effect on indices from what I'm looking at. But I do. Hold on. Probably 1 hour. Mm-mm. I want to do, or at least I want to run these end of year streams like I kind of typically do. Um, I do these like once a year. Like I did same thing last year. I did it the year before that, and they're not like I'm not like going on the charts and like annotating shit and like caring about what price is doing right now. I care right now at this point. This time of the year is basically all about reflection. All of this is is for reflecting on the year. How I did throughout months that have gone by. Have you seen a dramatic difference in your life and like habits, routine at the start of 2025, at the finish of 2025? And then also just being able to tell you guys and like say the importance of spending time with friends and family and time off of the charts to like really de-stress and not have to worry about like taking trades, waking up on like literally like relaxed. Now is the point of like we're just like we're taking it easy, taking a step back, and mentally preparing to work even harder moving into 2026. Like that's very, very important in my opinion. Now, ooh, we're cooking on Toledo. And it's crazy. It's crazy to think that, like, I mean, a lot of you guys have been with me for a while. A lot of you guys have been a part of my channel and have been, like, keeping in tune with my content for so long. And as I progress, you guys are progressing at the same time. Like, it's not just me making progress. You guys are also making progress at the same time, which is really cool to see. Like, if you ever have like doubts in your trading, if you ever have like a bad week or like it's a bad month, you always have to look at stuff. I already said this to my Discord this morning. Like, you have to look at everything and like don't dwell on short-term perspective like things. Like, don't be upset with a bad week. Don't be upset with a bad month or a bad day, because you need to look at it from a broad perspective of the fact that I might have had a little bit of a hiccup at this time of year, but overall, I'm still much further from where I started before in the past. And I also will be doing one of those like one-on-one psychology videos where I'm kind of just like talking and yapping to the camera. Probably sometime next week I'll have that posted. And then I'm also getting into a series on my YouTube channel, like undergoing and covering a lot of different concepts, putting everything together in one to really like kind of help you guys and show you what I use, how I use it, how I'm going to be implementing this into the start of the new year. That could be in regards to prop firm accounts, how to manage your risk throughout managing multiple prop firm accounts, all that sort of stuff, which is what I want to like really hone in on and help you guys a lot with. But I'm happy to know, or at least hopefully you guys can say to yourself that you are making progress, or you've made substantial progress from the start of 2025 to now. Like, would you guys say that your trading has dramatically changed now from last year? Like, I hope you guys can all say that. That habit of spitting in a cup, that is a forward progress because I stopped vaping. The vaping was the worst part of my life. That was when my diet was horrible. That was when I didn't care about my body. All of that was out the window. And then I started I alternatively moved to Zins. That's progress in my perspective. But yeah, like, it could be like, if you think it's disgusting, my bad, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to stop it. No. At least this year I stick with Forever Model. That's good. See, now what I want to really push towards and make you guys like truthfully like understand and accept, the most important thing, at least what I tell my my mentorship students, is the fact of the matter of collecting the data to recognize mistakes that you make to correct them moving into 2025 or 2026. Now, the importance of doing that is truthfully what is going to make a change in your life. And that also could be a difference of not just like failures that you've had in regards to trading, but outside factors that could be impacting your trading that you don't really realize, you don't really pick up on. Like, I made an Instagram reel about this this morning, and this was honestly the bare minimum. And I really like want to emphasize this truthfully. Like, I'm assuming, and I hope to say that you guys take care of yourselves, exercise regularly, and try and eat healthy. Back 2 years ago, even a year ago in time, that was not the case for me. Like, that was not the case. And 2 years ago, I wasn't as consistent or nearly as consistent as I was today because I didn't have a structured routine off of the charts, which had a direct negative impact to my routine on the charts. Like, I had my forever model that I gave you guys. I gave you my entire process. I was still taking trades. I was winning, but I was also losing trades. But I didn't have mental sharpness to the point where I felt now. The condition of my body had a direct negative impact to my mental thought process and how I was depicting all the trades that I would take. It would hurt me tremendously and it would slow me down a lot, which obviously, if I made those changes a year or 2 years ago, I'll be in a much different situation now. But I'm very grateful that I was able to make that change and actually put myself in uncomfortable situations that I didn't like. And I made the changes, and now my life is substantially better from where it was last year and the year before that. So the importance of like doing something that you just genuinely don't want to do. Like, if you could ask yourself and think like, what does my day look like? Because in my opinion, I think Monday through Friday when the market is open, it's best to have a idea of what you need to do when you wake up to the point of when you go to bed. Do you know before you go to sleep exactly what you need to do the next day? Or are you just blindly moving into the next day, having no idea what you need to get done besides the trading aspect or besides the work aspect? That, I think, is a very important thing. At least for me, that what changed a lot of my bad habits that turned good. Let me get an earring grab, Matt. Like this one, a twirl. I'm not going to lie. I think that I've gone through in the year of 2025, I think I've gone through probably 12 sets of earrings because I've ended up losing them, or these things in the back, my back pieces, they get loose and next thing you know, they're gone. And then I have to rebuy them. That I need to change. I need to change that. But we're trying our best to make better habits. But if you guys can genuinely tell yourselves and think right now, and I know a majority of you can, and say that you look at your trading or you look at yourself way differently now, and you have such a stronger outlook of what you could potentially accomplish in the future. The beauty of like trading and what you'll come to realize as you progress and as you get better, like there's all phases to this shit. And like, depending on where you guys are at and like your experience level in trading, it all starts slowly, but then over time that compounds. And how does it compound? Consistency is what compounds everything. Because, like, again, it's a slow pace. And I've made this analogy before. The analogy that I always say and what I always do is trading is like walking up a flight of stairs. And you have to take each thing step by step. And if you try and skip steps, you're going to fall down and you're going to reset your progress, which will then hurt a lot and do some damage to your mental. But you guys all start out as beginners, and then you're trying to learn different concepts, watching your YouTube tutorials. You might find a mentor early, or if you don't, you're just resourcing to free content. And during that time, you're in the exploration phase of looking for like buying evaluation accounts, or let's say you're not even buying evaluation accounts, you're just funding a personal account, which is what I did in the beginning. I was funding personal accounts and continuously funding them, losing them, funding them, losing them. And then I got into buying evaluation accounts, which was buying them, stressing about passing an evaluation, losing the evaluation, buying more, losing them, buying, losing, buying, losing. Again, the phases, they're all on your perspective and your pace as to when you will identify the bad habits that is consistently making you lose the live account or lose the evaluation account. And it is your job, not anyone else's. No one can really teach this. Like, I can teach you this and tell you everything hands-on because I've went through it. But you're the one that's going to have to make that jump to stop the bad shit that you're doing that you know you need to fix. And once you fix it, everything will be fine. But if you don't fix it, you are still going to lose shit and money and all that sort of stuff. And once you get that realization and that click, that's when you'll make the next step into the next part of your trading. And that next part of the trading would be what? Okay. You've gotten past the beginning stages. You are now on to the stage of, all right, seems to be that I am now passing evaluation accounts and I'm getting funded, but I can't make a payout. I can't, once I get the funded account, I'm losing them. Like, why? Why am I now, like, I could make $3,000 for a 50K account, but then once I have that funded, I lose it. Like, what the fuck is the reasoning behind that now? And obviously, I went through that phase. The reasoning behind that phase of you losing that account is simply, did he drop that? Thank God. Sorry, I literally have college football on to my left. The reasoning behind losing that account is your eagerness, and you're overly excited about the potential of you finally making money, because you're like, wow, that accomplishment of finally getting my first funded account. Then you're just so hyper fixated on getting that payout. And then once you have that hyper fixation in your head, that will make you do things that will literally cause you to spiral and skip the steps that you followed properly in the evaluation stage. Before, in the evaluation stage, you were following proper risk management. It might have taken you an extended period of time to pass the account, blah, 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 blah. But now you got it funded and you just lost it. Why did you lose it? Because you, over leveraged your account because you wanted to get a good buffer, and then next thing you know, you could be on cruise control and just get base hits for the account, but then your first trade of that account, you're risking 2%, or you're taking more than 2 losses in a day, and next thing you know, you get a daily breach. You don't want to be doing that. Like, I've done that countless amounts of times, so many times, and that was just my journey and my cycle of how I kind of got to where I'm at now. I needed to fail multiple times in order just to learn lessons that realistically nobody could teach me besides my own experience, which it's the hard truth. It sucks, but it really is the fact of the matter of you have to go through and be stupid to learn to not be stupid. There's really no other way to put it, and you can't really teach that. You have to learn on your own. And that's why whenever I make these videos and whenever I try and talk about these certain things, I talk about it from experience. And like whenever I say it, these are things that you guys all go through, and you're connecting with it and you're understanding it, because we are all the same sort of person. Like, I am no different to you than you are no different to me. Every single person in the trading journey will have the same sort of issues. It does not matter. Like, there's no shortcuts here at all. Some people can adapt and make proper decisions and be more disciplined compared to others. And in the beginning, that was not me. I had to learn the hard way. I genuinely had to learn the hard way by running in circles countless amounts of times to finally make a change. Because again, I also made a tweet about this. I was stubborn, I was lazy, and I hated change. I was stubborn because I didn't want to stop trading in a given day. I didn't want to put limitations on myself. I was lazy because I wasn't journaling every trade that I possibly took, no matter how stupid it was. Even if like I bought in and then I closed it immediately because I second guessed myself. Those are the trades that I should like literally be annotating, be like, okay, I got in here and I took this trade, but why did I take it? And why did I feel anxious and anxiety? And why did I second guess myself and close it a minute after? Because I know for a fact all of you have done that. All of you have came onto the charts in a trading day and have executed. You see one candle go against you or two, whatever it might be, and then you close the trade. And then after closing the trade, you don't annotate, you don't note what happened, what you did, or why you had that anxious feeling or why you think that you wanted to get out. Why didn't you accept the risk and walk away, go about your day type of thing. I've done that so many times, and I know you guys have all done the same thing so many times. And also haven't journaled them, just brushed it to the side because it either happened so quick or you just were lazy and you just didn't want to understand your reasoning behind clicking the button. And that is what slowed me down because I was failing to truly find reasons as to why I wasn't making progress that I did or that like other people were making that I wasn't. And it's a hard pill to swallow, but once you're able to actually make that adjustment and like actually do certain things that the 1% are doing that the 99% aren't, like if you genuinely think to yourself, that is a main reason why these prop firms are making so much money. It's because they know the incapability of somebody to truthfully just follow a couple of rules. And those couple of rules are simply stay within daily limitations, stay within weekly limitations, and only execute and press a button once everything checks off on your list to the T. To the T. And for me, my adaptation for trading was tremendous this year. I started taking less trades. I started becoming more patient. And also understand this, no matter how much skin in the game you have, you're always a student of the market. You are always going to be someone that is learning. You will never stop learning in this business. You have to genuinely understand that, because if you think that you're just like the best of the best and like you're on like a winning streak or whatever it might be, all it takes is one bad day, and that one bad day can ruin everything that you've worked so fucking hard for. Genuinely. I ain't here trying to give me a signal. W in the chat from Brandon, bro. Much love, brother. Happy holidays, my man. My signal is Bitcoin shorts because I need that thing to go to 80K. But yeah, W in the chat for BM. Everybody go sub to his YouTube. My day was good. All I did was just hang out with the Discord this morning, and then I went to the gym. And now my yearly psychology rant that I usually give to everybody. But what was I saying? I get so sidetracked with these things, bro. Uh Someone in chat remind me, what was I saying? What was I getting at? Oh, student of the market, yeah. So that was actually in my logo back, my old logo actually, from that one on the wall that you guys see behind me. It doesn't matter how many years of trading or experience you have, it genuinely does not. I could safely say that last year compared to this year, I am a substantially better trader. Why? I've noted and understood that my patience in regards to execution is so much stronger, and my detachment from needing to execute every single day has been completely eliminated. Before in the past, I would always be looking for trade. I would be looking for it. Well, obviously looking for a trade every single day. But now I've come to the conclusion that I should be coming into the market and looking for reasons not to trade. Why am I looking for reasons not to trade? I'm looking for reasons not to trade because I need everything to perfectly match my entry model mechanics to the T, or else it's not worth it for me to take the trade. And it is so brutally important for you to like recognize these sort of things. And I'll say this too, again, that if you are going through like a dark time, or if you're going through a bad time in regards to your trading, like, again, take a step back, reflect, be extremely intensive with journal entries. Always, I think it's very important to journal your emotions, what is happening in your trading in that day. What is your mental thought process? One, did you get enough hours of sleep the previous day? Are you like, did you do something like going out the night before? Like, are you mentally prepared and primed in the best possible shape to then confidently execute in position where your mind is sharp? Because that was genuinely my issue a year ago, 2 years ago, when I had an influx of bad habits that I genuinely like didn't. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, just, my ego was inflated. I was stubborn. I didn't make any changes. I wasn't journaling trades, and it impacted me. It hurt me a lot. And while at the same time, while it was impacting me and hurting me, I was trying to make content at the same time, and it felt like I felt like I was going through like a little bit of like an imposter syndrome, because it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right because I was preaching certain things, but I wasn't doing them on my own, and that happens. And then I finally flipped that switch, and I made a dramatic change in my life, which truthfully set myself up for the most insane run of 2025 I've ever had in my entire trading career, just because I made a couple tweaks. But obviously, making a couple different decisions in your trading, it's not something that will happen overnight. I'll bring back the same topic of compounding, the compounding effect. You need to be consistent with your certain pieces that you follow day in and day out. And once those certain pieces are consistent over a certain period of time, that is when you are going to reap the benefits of that consistency, which is what? It's, again, the compounding effect. If I, let's say, bring it back to like a health aspect, if I looked like shit, but if I fix my diet and I stop eating processed foods, and I stop like eating sugar every day, or I stop smoking weed and all that sort of stuff, and I'm consistent and clean and get 10,000 steps a day for like 6 months straight, I'm gonna notice the difference between this time when I stopped doing all the bad habits to the 6 month mark of me like cleaning up my body. And what is that gonna do for myself? That's going to make me look better. That's gonna make me feel better, and I will then be sharper on the charts. I will be more motivated to do work for you guys, to do more educational content, to stay consistent in regards to posting, to stay driven to keep on trading, and to keep on enhancing my model, to keep on following my rules. Because in my eyes, I want to not just be a trader, like I want to be somebody that is able to influence and drive you guys down a path to avoid the things that held me back for so long. And when we stopped the explanation of the journey behind a trader, so everything that I said in regards to that journey behind the trader, and like you have to constantly, these are things that you're learning on your own during this journey. The beginning aspect of consistently blowing accounts, failing evaluations, and then boom, you get funded. You're easily getting funded accounts, and then you're blowing the fundeds because your eagerness and your attachment to the money is just so high up, and like you're just so ready and fixated to get that payout. After, let's say, this was another thing that I had a bad like issue with, was I would get my funded accounts, I would be able to get my first payout, and then after getting that payout, I would go on a losing streak. And then boom, after the losing streak, lose the funded accounts, reset. Literally reset myself. That was another circle past the second stage of my trading that I had to adapt to. And the reasoning behind losing the funded account after getting the payout was because of simple things that I would do that would be skipping steps in regards to just the staircase of profitability. And that is, in my opinion, the best possible analogy. Everything in this shit is literally step by step. If you skip steps, you are going to trip, you're going to fall, and you're going to get hurt, and you're going to reset yourself back to step one. And one fucking day is all it takes for you to lose every single, like all the money and buffer and equity you've built across all your funded accounts. It could literally be gone just because you wanted to take 3 losses instead of just 2. Or if you took 4 losses instead of just 3, whatever your limitations might be. It is all in your hands. The power of everything, that 6-figure payout, that $1 million payout that you're like literally dreaming about, and like eventually down the line will be something that you'll be able to attain and get. But the only way for you to obtain that and get it is if you can compound your consistency of good habits. There's no fucking shortcut here. There's no, obviously some people like can get lucky and like get massive buffers from full porting accounts, but this is not something that I would promote or ever tell anybody to do. I will promote and tell people to take the safe route and the consistent route that actually has longevity behind the business. Like there's people out there, and generally think to yourself, like, also be grateful that you are, be grateful and thankful that you guys are attempting to be and like make it in a business that I think is one of the hardest industries anyone could ever try and do it in. Like in the chat, how long have you guys been trading for? Like how long? How many years? Or if it's less than a year, are you in the 0 to 1 year mark in regards to months? Are you in the like 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 10? Yeah, see, you guys have been in this for I see everybody in here it's been over a year. Besides, I mean, basically a year for Nathan. 3 to 5 payouts so far this year. That's beautiful. 9 months. Okay. Now, I mean, a lot of you, from what I'm seeing, it's more than 6 months, and a lot of you has been over a year, 2 years, 5 years, 6 years. Genuinely think to yourself, the fact that you've been able to stick with something and a career path that not a lot of fucking people want to do or believe in. You're already doing something that 99% of people are failing to do. Like the traditional person or the 9 to 5 work, like literally the 9 to 5 worker, they're not giving any sort of risk behind their life. They're just being they're complacent. They want to work for somebody else. They want to have a consistent salary, whatever the fuck pay, and that's what they're okay with riding for the rest of their life. We're a lot different. We are a lot different to them. We can't see ourselves working for anybody else or listening to anybody else for the rest of our lives. And I went through, I don't even know how many jobs and how many fights that I almost got with my bosses and being fired from people left and right because I was sick and fucking tired of having somebody tell me what I can and cannot do and telling me that I'm doing certain things that are incorrect and all that sort of stuff. I knew that nobody on this planet was meant to tell me what I can and cannot do besides my parents, who I love and care for a lot. But anyone else besides my blood can't do that to me. And I knew that I was brought here for much more, and my value is extremely, extremely high. And I will consistently put myself at that. But the fact that you are able to still show up every single day, every single week, throughout whatever time that you guys have been a part of this for, you need to genuinely be thankful for that. And I know in the back of your head that all of you guys, even seeing like the people that are here for 10 months, 9 months, compared to the people that have been here for 5 years, 6 years, and let's say you've been here for 5, 6 years, but you're still not profitable, but you're still here though. But why are you still here? You're still here because you still have the vision inside of your head. You still have the outlook and the view of yourself taking care of your loved ones, being able to support them, give them the best holidays ever, take them on vacations, get them anything they could ever want, take care of their bills, pay for their house. Like literally being able to be like, text their mom and be like, Mom, do you need absolutely anything? Here's $1,000. Mom, do you need anything? Here's 5,000. I want to help you take care of everything that you could ever think of. Like, you're still here after all of that time because you still believe in yourself. That is what you should genuinely think about and understand, that if you're still unprofitable after that long of time, you have yet to lose sight of what is out the end of the tunnel. Because I knew, even after losing money for the extended amount of years until I finally actually made the turn to fix every single bad habit possible, it was genuinely the smartest and best decision that I've ever made in my entire life. I never had a second option, and I knew that this was the only thing that was going to work for me because it was a passion. And I fell in love with the work, and I wanted to continuously not just grow myself throughout the trading aspect, but grow myself throughout the way of how I perceive my journey as a trader. And the journey as the trader is the most relatable thing because I want you guys all to know that I have been in your shoes. I have literally been in every single one of your shoes And every single step of the way and all of the stuff that I've went through to get to the point where I'm at now, you guys have or have gone through. It is all the same shit, all the same stuff. Just the only way that you are going to reset and really fuck yourself up and shoot yourself in the foot is if you go outside of just simple limitations. Just don't be impatient. Don't be eager and fall in the attachment with the money. Take everything at a slow pace, and the consistency will compound and automatically yield you reward over time. I promise that. Exactly what Brandon just said. Exactly. And damn, you're 18 now, and you've been trading since you were 14 within 2 years of knowing my leverage. Like, dude, I'm not going to lie. Like, bro, I'm 27 years old. I found out about trading when I was 21. I've been in this game for 6 years now, and I would do absolutely anything to be that young and learn how to be trading. But the fact that you're learning that at such a young age is insane. Yeah, I'm 20. I'm old, bro. I'm old. But the genetics have blessed me, so I'm happy. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no, like, obviously, this day and age and social media has really, like, I literally found out about trading through just COVID when it hit back in 2020 and people talked about options trading. Like, that was literally what got me into trading because I saw, like, fast money. I saw people, like, literally buying call and put options, couple $1,000, wake up the next day, 10K, 20K, whatever it might be. I made a fuck ton of money back in COVID because all you had to do was buy calls, hold the position, and then the market would go up every single day because it was in March in 2020. And we had a couple months of a straight ripper that just took us to new all-time highs. Like, it was actually, like, it was a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. It was a good thing and a bad thing. So degenerate. And it turned me into a greedy ass person. Like, I had positions floating of 6 figures that I would literally fail to even scale out of my position or sell contracts back when I was fucking 21 years old laying in my bed. Like, I had no concept of money or understanding the money because it was never in my account. It was just digits floating on an app. Like, literally floating on an app. And I've round tripped those so many times because I was a greedy ass pig. Greedy pig. But again, like, this is another thing of me saying you have to go through these experiences to learn from them. You can't just have that experience and then just take it. I'm not even kidding. Like, I had back in the day, I would get into positions. I would have no plan. I would have no idea when I was getting out. I had no targets. All I was just fixated on was waking up every single day to see another zero added to my account. Like, that was literally it. But again, like, what is that teaching me? That's teaching me that if I'm ever going to be to be making a trade, if I'm ever going to be putting myself in a position where I have real money risked onto the table, or if it's like a funded account with whatever it might be, if I have any amount of money that is going to be leveraged, there has to always be some sort of plan. I'm going to get in here, I'm going to get out if price goes here, and I'm going to take my profits at this point. That has to always be the plan. Or I take some out here, I trail my exit plan higher in profit, manage your risk accordingly. Like, that's literally all you kind of have to do. You have to follow limitations in a given day. Know how many losses you're going to take. You're going to know if I'm going to take a trade, it's going to be because of X, Y, and Z. And if X, Y, and Z do not check off, then I'm not going to fucking hit a button. I'm not going to hit a button. Like, that has to be, Brandon, I have no idea why that was restricted or what you said. But, like, I will literally start screaming this and say it over and over and over again. You cannot take trades if you don't know why you're taking them and if they don't follow everything that you have written on your golden rule that match your entry model mechanics. That is like the bare minimum as to what you should be doing and going into for 2026. And if you follow those rules and you stay strict and consistent with the limitations on top of that, there's no way that you could fucking fail. There's no way. There's no way that you could fail. It's impossible. The only reason why you are going to fail is because of the fact you're skipping steps. And the skipping steps is over leveraging yourself. It is taking too many trades in a day or finding reasons to trade compared to finding reasons not to trade. That is 100% the only couple of reasons as to why you are going to be taking steps is you're skipping steps and falling back down the staircase. Like, that is the primary reason. And a lot of the people that I have been with, like in my Discord or like anyone that I see in the chat that I have recognized for years now, I see development in all of them. Like it's literally insane. And I know they know it too. Like, it is such an amazing feeling when you start off trading and you're like trying to teach certain things, you're teaching your methodology and you're watching people learn based off of what you figured out makes sense, and they're picking up certain things from your strategy and then they're implementing their own sort of pieces and they're growing while you're growing as well. It is such an amazing feeling and so good. Like, and I also really hate when people bring like ego into this space, because ego is another thing that is really gonna hurt you. Once you start getting ahead of yourself, or you think that you're better than other people, or you just think that like mainly that, it will, the market will fucking humble you. And I believe in bad karma. I think that like it's horrible to think negatively on other people. I think this business should be nothing but support for one another. And that's all I could ever ask for others that I have seen from the beginning, from knowing nothing, couldn't even pass a fucking evaluation account, to getting funded, to then getting payouts. Like, it is so fucking cool to start seeing that. And on top of that, doing it with the people that have been with you since literally the trenches. Like, it's unfucking real to see that and the progression of others, because you know that you guys all did this together. You are learning and you are also undergoing the same mistakes, but then fixing them on your own. And all of you guys in the chat, majority of you have been in this game for so fucking long that like we are making progress like together. Like, it's a really, really cool thing. The ICT community needs to do better in this aspect. It's easier said than done, honestly. It's easier said than done. You're a failure to your own success. Yeah, if people want to have a dick measuring contest, let's have bank accounts and all assets compared. That'll be the real factor. But yeah, ICT community, like, we had such a strong fan base back in 2020 or back in 2022. Like, everyone was learning together. Everyone was making content, trying to like help one another, all that sort of stuff. Everybody was growing at like a same similar pace, and then it rerouted in a different way, which is pretty upsetting. But like I know some people in the space that are genuine and real people, and then I know some other people that look down on others and all they want to do is start controversy. Now, I'm 27 years old, and certain things that I see on the internet, literally, like, someone could say anything to me on the internet, and it would not affect me in the slightest. But that is just me, because I mean I'm older and I don't care about what someone is saying on a keyboard that I'll never meet in my entire life. And what am I going to probably say back to them? I'll be like, oh, okay, bro, don't worry. If your mom comes up to you and says you have a stepbrother coming, it's because of me. Like that's probably what I would say, and just make them shut up. But like I don't care about what people say on the internet, but the lack of support that is within the trading community is ridiculous. And obviously it's the ego build and the disrespect is there because people want to sell you something like that. That's just the genuine reason why the toxicity is there, is because people have a platform, they have a service, and they want to sell you that service because they want you to think that they're better than everyone else. Like literally that's just how it is, and that's just marketing for you, because it's a hate the game, not the player. But again, you could also hate the player if they're also being a piece of shit. So that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Could I share a roadmap to make the first 100K? Yeah, literally, we could do that. We could do that in 2026. And realistically, it is not hard to make 100K trading at all, especially if you're max allocated with, like, let's just say Apex 20 accounts. Apex 20 accounts, 50K accounts, even 50K accounts, 2K fucking payout per account, 40 bands. That's not hard to get a buffer on those accounts. Put yourself at good equity. That's a couple good trading weeks, depending on your size. If you're risking micros or if you're risking minis, whatever it might be. Like, it's not hard to make 100K. It's just that number is so large for a lot of you. But when you're trading, 30 plus funded accounts, and I'm risking, let's say, 500, depending on what account sizes you have, like, one singular fucking trading day can make me 25K, or it can make me 40K or 50, whatever it might be. One singular trading day across all accounts. The only reason why it's so hard for a lot of you is just the money aspect. And I'm not gonna fucking lie to you guys. It took me a while to get comfortable copy trading 30 plus accounts. Like, it took me a fucking long time. 18 funded 50 guys, about 3K. Yeah, dude, exactly. Like, it is not something that is easy. Bro, I'm fucking live. Get out of here. It is not something that is easy to really look at a copy trader that has 30 plus accounts. Once you hit the button and then you look at it and then you see you're in drawdown, and next thing you know it says down $15,000. That's something that I didn't get used to for a while. Like, I really didn't. And you're gonna have to get accustomed to it. You need to learn how to be okay with accepting risk and walking away. That's why I always I portray a lot of the set and forget methods. Like, I have been so strict in regards to the trades that I take. I make sure that everything is A+. I'm making sure that a lot of my stuff is framed from my A+ mechanisms, internal range liquidity pools, SMT divergence, a line lower time frame, also has an SMT. Like, I just make sure everything is perfect. And then once I get into my trade, I am in it, I'm risking my amounts, and then I'm taking profit at my amounts. And I have no problem walking away from the charts once I'm in. I have no problem at all. And that really did help me like a lot. I can't micromanage trades. I don't like sitting on the charts and watching every single candle print. I really don't like it. And no matter how many years I have on the charts and no matter how much experience I have, I just know that that is the flaw that I deal with. Yeah, I truly do. Props are here to stay. I agree with that. And that roadmap that I also said, dude, that is literally very attainable as long as you just understand that when I say the consistency aspect is what compounds to then add more allocations, and really the whole thing is just scalability. Like, if I like, why would I only want to trade one account and build a buffer on that one account when I can copy trade all of my accounts together and just take the same trade? That's it's really not that difficult. Louisville needs to stop. Yes, he's out. Thank God. Whew. Another one is higher R prop, tight stops on higher. Oh yeah, that is another one. Bro, my Notion journal is my Notion journal is priceless. That is something that you guys should have on your own. And the Notion journal that I have is the daily recaps of 2022, 2023, 2024. And it's every fucking, like, first of all, ask yourself this situation. If I showed you and I gave away my Notion journal of my work, that it was every single day's price action from 2022, 2023, 2024. If I gave you my annotations and my journal entries as to what I saw in every single trading day of those 3 years, what benefit would that do for you? Like genuinely think about that. What would me giving away my hard work do for you? Just so that you could what? Copy it? How is that going to benefit your trading? This is another reason why it's the fact of you're not willing to do the small things that other people did to really fucking show that that you want to make it in this industry. Like, all I did was take some time out of my day at the end of a trading day, or if I did take a trade, whatever it was, did or did not, and I literally would just mark up anything possible on the charts. And I did it for 3 years straight. How do you think I was able to develop and refine and create my entry model? How do you think anybody is able to refine and create any sort of entry model that works for them, that they know works? I've had my forever model out for over a year now, almost 2 years. And I was able to make it because I had the data to back it up, because I knew what worked and what didn't. I had to go through constant failures. I had to go through constant hours of back testing, forward testing, refining what was working in certain times of the day, days of the week, weeks of the month, months of the year, months of the quarter. Like, it's all fractal at this point, but like, it's my work. I did that. I fucking did it. I would never give that away for any amount of money. And you guys should feel the same exact way. You should be working so fucking hard to find something that is perfect for you. And if you find that perfect set of rules that just make so much sense to you, what is that going to do? That is going to make your confidence in your trading so fucking high, because you saw it, you found it out, and you studied it. You created it. It is your child. So therefore, you are going to be able to confidently execute it, rather than me giving you my fucking child and saying, this is what I've learned, take my word for it, you do it. you're not going to have the confidence that I do in that. You're not. You literally will not. You're just going to take my word for it and be like, okay, Matt said this, so I believe it. I'm going to do everything that Matt said. No, you should have your fucking rules marked off because you saw the data. You have journaled thousands of times, and that is what you're going to follow because you know it works. That's what needs to be the rule for 2026. Not looking for a handout from somebody else, but putting your money where your fucking mouth is and execute a trade because of the shit you fucking studied. That is what you need. You can study my stuff, other people's stuff, or you can combine everything together to frame your master model. And then once it all clicks, you just ride out the consistency. Consistency of execution builds confidence. Confidence and consistency, compounding effect, scalability behind your trading, more funded accounts, more payouts, freedom. It is legitimately that easy. But easy does not mean that it will happen like that. Easy as in those are the steps you need to follow, but the work is not easy. All you need to do is take the time out of your days, fucking do that shit that takes some time, but you will see a dramatic change in your life, in your trading, in your financials, and your happiness overall because you're doing things that you really didn't want to do, but it makes you feel accomplished. It makes you feel that you're doing something right. And that is another driving factor and motivation that will keep you going and that you won't lose faith. Because the more that you do something over and over and over again, the more confident you will get in it because you see it yourself. You see it with your own eyes and you are believing in it rather than having somebody tell you that it works. You have to believe in it because you have experienced it, not because somebody else is telling you that it works. I could be telling you certain things and you would have no idea if I'm telling you the truth or not. You have no fucking clue. Until you see it for yourself, then you will actually be like, wow, he wasn't lying. Like he was actually telling the truth. Like this works. But I figured out that these other things, if I throw them in there, that works even better. Like those are like the little fucking light bulbs in your head. You'd be like, damn, Matt really was onto something here, but I found this too that really makes sense to me, so I'm going to put that on there. Like you have a bunch, like there's so much shit out there. Like there's a bunch of pieces of a puzzle, and all you're doing is literally piece here, this fits there, piece here, this fits there, until you've got all the pieces in a perfect picture that looks clear. You fucking take that picture, put it up on the wall next to your computer, hang it up, and then you're just like, that is my Mona Lisa, and I'm going to fucking follow it forever. Like, that is literally it. That is the end all be all. I don't need anything else besides that. And truthfully, if you got that, you don't need anything else. You should not be fixated on shiny object syndrome from other people releasing new content saying that this is the fucking the new enigma, like, or the people that are fucking releasing courses once every 3 months because they're leaving out certain aspects. Don't fall for bullshit like that and pay thousands of dollars for stuff that people are fucking trying to just make a quick dollar off of you. Fuck that shit. Like, no. Everything that you could possibly ever need is on YouTube. It's free content. The only extra shit that you should even maybe consider paying for is a mentorship for someone to hold you accountable in your trading, and that's it. Nothing else. Anything concept-wise is already for free. The only thing that you should even consider paying for is someone to help you one-on-one. Nothing else outside of that. Nothing else. Trust me. It is a fucking waste. Don't pay for signal services. Don't do any of that shit. Like, if you're learning and you're developing, go for free content. If you want to go the extra mile, a mentorship is the way to go, because I went through it. So if I went through it and it worked for me, it would work for anybody else. I would only tell people to do things that I've gone through on my own time. So that is what I'm saying right there. And I know I've been blabbermouthing, I've been saying so many different things that just from my experience levels, from everything that I've gone through in my trading, like, I think that this is just, I don't know. I just love doing these. Yeah, Brandon, tell me about it. Yeah, dude, get whatever route and whatever educator you want to follow, as long as it makes sense to you, ride with it. Just ride with it. That's it. Just ride with it. That's it. It needs to make sense to you. But I'll say this, what Vig said, like a trading community of people that trade the exact same way with you and also share the same ideas, that is worth it. I'll say that. Like ours. Or anyone else's that have it. Like Brandon's too. It's always, trading is lonely, and I could never do this by myself. I love trading with other people. And on top of that, just like watching candlesticks for 2 hours is very boring. But doing it with other people makes it so much better and more fun. Especially when you guys all see price the same way. That's just the best to me, in my opinion. That is my favorite about it. We hitting the 8-figure club, gang. Or fuck that, hit the 9-figure. Now, I guess outside of everything that I kind of yapped about and talked about, is there certain like key topics or certain things that I like kind of left out that you guys want me to kind of go over? Whenever I do these rants, I get sidetracked and I just talk and talk and talk, and I fail to realize that I've been going at this for over an hour. Like I literally could talk straight about this stuff because I've gone through it and I'm just talking about my life experiences. But I could go on for hours and I wouldn't even realize it. It's just me talking about my life. That's what I'm saying, Brandon, bro. We're hitting the fucking 8-figure mark. Oh, if you're talking about business and total investments, yeah, I could safely say that one. I'm happy to hear that, brother. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I want to make sure that I want to, if you guys have some sort of like doubt in your trading, if you have some sort of like some sort of lack of cushion that you feel like you need to touch up on, let me know and I'll take care of it. I'll say anything. I'll go over any topic. It could be whatever it might be. It is in my bio of my YouTube channel. Oh, I'm not talking about Wick theory, bro. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what that is. But what I'm going to do, actually, is I said that I was going to do, this is recorded. It will be uploaded onto my YouTube channel. Oh, no. Thank God. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post Apex account codes for giveaways. Now, I'm going to do it. I'll tell you when I'm going to do it and where. Because you guys have rode with me and have been here for the entire time. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that a lot. I'm going to give away 3 accounts, and I'm going to put them in 3 different locations on my YouTube channel. And if you get the account, screenshot it and then tag me on your Instagram story, and I'll repost you. All right. I just did the first one. And you have to go, I'll say this, it's in the comments of one of my YouTube videos. It's in the comment of my YouTube video. Oh, shit. Well, I'm not going to say anything else. That's the first one. And then I'm going to do another one. Oh, somebody got it. All right. I'm going to do another one now. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I'm about to do the second one here. Boom. I did the second one, but I didn't do it. It's on my YouTube, but not a video. That OG, that's a code. That's a code that you have to go on apex.com and put the code in, and then you have to pick your account and then put the code in, and then you'll get the account for free. That I just posted the second one. The second one is on my YouTube, not on a video. And now the third one. The third one will also be on a YouTube video as well. In the comments section. Third Apex accounts giveaway. Boom, boom. All right, I just posted the third. You could pick any account size, So I've posted 3 now. 2 of them on a YouTube video. The third one is not. Or sorry, two of them are on a YouTube. Or the first and the second one. First and the third are on a YouTube video. The second one is not. You can pick any account size. And if you get the code, get your account. It will be free at checkout for Apex. And then screenshot it, tag me in an Instagram story. I'll repost it, blah, 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 blah. And then I'll also be doing a giveaway of an account every single day up until the end of December for Apex for the holiday season. I'll give away an account every day. It's on. Check Malik. Check my Instagram bio. My Instagram bio. Tag me. You got it, bro. Tag me on Instagram. I'll repost you. But I posted the 3. I hope you guys can find it. But we're going to end off here. I want to say this. One more thing. I hope you guys all have a blessed holiday. I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas, whatever holiday you guys celebrate. Spend. How do we get the Huzz as a full time? Yo, that comes with experience, brother. And tequila Red Bull. And tequila Red Bull. But spend some time with your friends and family, everybody. Be grateful and thankful to be in this business, and give yourself a pat on the back. The fact that you haven't given up yet and you're still here, you're still showing up every single day, every single week, month, year, whatever it might be. And just know that all it takes is time, and your life can change forever. All you need is just compound consistency, and you will be so fucking happy with the benefits of what this business can give you. Thank you guys all for being a part of the live stream. Thank you guys all for sticking around with me for so long. I mean, I've been posting shit on YouTube for fucking 3 years now. This is just the beginning. I have so many plans for 2026. I want to do some in-person stuff. I want to do some IRL content. I want to really elevate everything for you guys and just continue to show you the connectivity and the relationship that we have, and that I'm no different to you than you are no different to me. But be safe, everybody. Whatever it is, whatever you're going through in life, it will always get better. Just ride it out. Stick through it. If you ever need somebody to talk to, or if you ever feel like you're in a bad place, feel free to reach out to me. I'll always want to be somebody as an outlet to help you in any sort of situation. But take care, everybody. Much love. Happy holidays. Love you all. And I'll see you in another video or stream. Happy holidays, everybody. Take care.